Welcome back, Gameboxians. It's another episode of the $5 Game Box. Episode 10, Season 2. And this episode picks up literally 10 minutes after I did the pickup recap of Episode 9. So a couple weeks for you is like 10 minutes for me. I am on the road, in the back of the car. Hi. I have a big box, or big bag, of stuff from the $5 Game Box. Mostly, junky SNES, GameCube, PlayStation 2 titles. And what I'm doing is I'm heading to the pawn shop where last episode I picked up Dick Tracy and Defender of the Crown. They have a premium Super Nintendo title listed there, or in their case, and I'm seeing if that, what I have in the back, is enough credit to pick it up. Yeah, I don't like losing a bag full of games, but I'm not going for any complete collections. I don't need to keep every, crummy title on every crummy system. I'd rather have the game that this pawn shop has. So I'm kind of hoping they don't take advantage of me. I'm going to be kind of wary of it. I don't think I've ever really... It's been a while since I've sold anything there. A long while. I think even then that was like a third-party controller that I did. In fact, I probably should stop at the retro game store. He's got a box full of free third-party controllers that anybody can just take. And some people will take the good ones and just walk right down to this same pawn shop and trade them in, get a little cash. Anyway, I'm hoping there's some stuff in there. There's a Streets of Rage 2 out of the $5 Game Box. I'm selling that because I got a complete one in my Genesis pickup a few weeks ago. So even though it could bring good funds to the $5 Game Box funding wallet, it could also lead us to get this premium title. So hopefully this long little intro rant pays off into me showing a really great Super Nintendo title here in just a few minutes. We will find out. Here we are at the pawn shop. They didn't take everything, and they only wanted to give me $5 for Streets of Rage, so I pulled it out. But with everything I traded in, it equaled to just enough credit. And, it wasn't great, but just enough credit to get SOS on the Super Nintendo. You see they had it priced at $70. Probably pretty fair. I've seen this ranging from the mid-60s all the way up to close to 100. I think Price Charting had it at like 75 when I checked. So 70, pretty fair price. So I didn't quite check to see what everything they took, but none of it I'm sad about losing, and we're adding a pretty great Super Nintendo title to the $5 Game Box. Sweet. Alright, our first G-Cell Saturday of this episode of the $5 Game Box. It is about 7:30. No early sales today. They all start at 7, and I've got $42 in the game funding wallet, which isn't a lot, especially because there's at least 3 sales advertising video games, including one from a collector. So we may have to pull some of our online funds again to shop. We'll see. I'm going to try to swing it with 42. That one, that collector, is going to be swarm on with lots of sharks. It always has been. The 3 or 4 sales that he's done that I've been to. So I'm not even going to go there first. I'll let them do that, and I'll go get the scraps. But hopefully I'll find some good stuff today for the $5 Game Box right after I get my game hunting cold brew here at the coffee house. Alright, hopefully I'm turning on this camera a whole bunch today with some good finds. Alright, first garage sale. I early birded it. They were supposed to start delayed, and my clock's a little fast, so I got there about 15 minutes early. It's all the ad said was old game consoles with, other stuff. So I get there, and they already got the garage open. They're waiting, and there's not a soul waiting. I think everybody looking for video games is at the next one with the guy who's also a collector. He buys a ton of stuff off like the Nintendo Age sales forums, and he puts good stuff on consignment in the local retro shop. So, you know, I'm sure the stuff he gets in bundles, whatever, that he can't, you know, resell or won't get a lot, he probably saves for these garage sales. Anyway, they had a Rubbermaid tin, had an Xbox games, an OG PS1, like the fat PS1, with some games, and a Game Boy Advance with Namco Museum in it. And I said, how much per game? 50 cents. Oh, okay. So I started picking out a couple games. How much for the systems? Oh, $5. So I'm like, what if I just took this whole tub for 15? And they're like, okay. So there it is, a big purple Rubbermaid in the back seat. I think you can see it. There it is. We'll go through our $15 tub of PS1, Xbox stuff a little bit later. Should be able to sell the Xbox relatively easily, as long as it works with a couple games. Probably for way more than I paid. Probably for around $35 if it works. PS1's gonna be a harder sale, but there is one PS1 game in there that I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I think it's got a pretty decent value of around 20 to 30. I think it's at least worth the $15 I paid, I think. So we'll go through that tub here in a bit, but it ain't even 8 o'clock. We're $15 less in the wallet, and we're going to a collector's garage sale, which should be pretty fucking hectic. So I'll see you there. The collector's over there. Didn't get any footage at the sale. Oh, lots of people I recognize. Yep, I'm pulling money from our online funds. Sorry, gun neck. It's gonna have to wait a little bit. 65 spent. Got a nice copy of Commando, which I did not own. Shatterhand. And Mega Man 6 to complete my NES Mega Man set. Welp. Got a little bit of money left, so now we need to find stuff to resell. Holy crap. I guess we got the stuff in the back. Yeah. Awesome. He had some other stuff I would have wanted, but how much money we going to spend? Alright. On to the next one. Can you see the sign? It's like down an alley over here. I got, for $1, Halo 4. Not packaged for individual sale. Why not for $1? Moving on. Sale back here. We are having a pretty good day, my friends, my Gameboxians. I spent $15 on 4 360 games. We have Mayhem in 3D. Did not come with the 3D glasses, but it's about a $12 game. We have Blades of Time, which out of this lot is probably the game I want to play the most. It's the least valuable of the 4 I got. Dirt Showdown. About a $15 to $20 game. And NASCAR 15. About a $30 game. Awesome. Awesome little find on some 360 stuff. I got the first 3, these 3 right here, 3 for $10. He had them $5 a piece, so we do 3 for $10. And then I looked, I'm like, something about that NASCAR game made me look it up on price charting real quick. And when I saw it, I was like, hey man, here's another 5 for this NASCAR one. Alright, some pretty good deals right there. And we're still moving. It's just past 10 o'clock. Awesome. There's another sale over there somewhere. For $1, another 360 game. Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. I would have put it back, but this one sold me. Billy D. Williams. Colt 45. Alright. God, we got a little stack of 360 titles today, didn't we? I'm running out of money even after pulling money from our online funds. Holy crud. But it's still early, about 10:30, And we're not going to give up. Let's keep going. Having a good day. All right, the garage sale right over there somewhere. I picked up a huge hulking title for only $2. Oh my God. My hands are shaking. I got Tournament of Legends on the Wii. $2, probably worth about $5. But didn't have it. One of those Wii titles I didn't have. Alright, did some math here on the $5 Game Box game goals, which means there's steam floating. No, I'm just kidding. If I had to do math. Alright, so we started with $121.81. At the time of the $65 purchase that brought in Mega Man 6, Shatterhand, and Commando, which cost me $65 total, I had $27 in the funding wallet. 65 minus 27 is 38. So that took $38 out of our online funds, brought us down to $83.81. However, because I want to continue game hunting, I went and pulled an additional 40 out, which brings our online funds down to $43.81. And that's going to be a long ways away from Gun Knack or Radiant Silver Gun. We have some funds left in the wallet from that 40. I think 23 or 22. Yeah, I'm having a game hunting beer. 23. Right there. So $23 left from that. I gotta go pull the bin that has the first purchase, the $15 Xbox, PlayStation, Game Boy Advance bin. But yeah, it was a pretty good day. We took away funds towards getting Gun Knack or Radiant Silver Gun, but we definitely added 2 premium titles into my NES collection today. And we were out for a very long time. For those of you who say, oh man, you get so lucky, or how do you find that? It's all sharks here, resellers, I can't get anything. I was out today. It was basically going to work full time today. I left at 7, it's now 2. That's a 7-hour day, 7-hour day. 7-hour day. Driving, getting in and out of the car, all that. For this. For that. Let me see if I can go grab that bin and we'll go through that real quick. Ready to see what's in the $15 bin from the very first garage sale of the day? Not this. This was from the last garage sale of the day. No games, but heck yeah. You know how many loose discs I find? And sometimes sell on Mercari or eBay or whatever? They'll come in nicely. Alright. Ugh. Filthy as shit. I should have rubbed it down before putting it on my couch. Let's just throw that on the floor. Anyway, this was all $15. This is the game I think is valuable. I'm going to double check that. If it is, I'm going to find a better case for it. Guardians Crusade, Activision. So anyway, this Yu-Gi-Oh title, Forbidden Memories, Yu-Gi-Oh or Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever it's pronounced. So anyway, there's some PlayStation controllers. The PlayStation system is right there. The Xbox is down there somewhere. Otherwise, the titles are really kind of, SpongeBob. Battle for Bikini Bottom is always a nice title. He threw this in, like, you have to take this 5,000 games in one. Like, alright. And apparently I just turned it on. And here's our GBA with, God, I'm already annoyed by that. Namco Museum in it. Battery cover, no corrosions in there. I haven't even tried to turn it on, just assuming it works. So anyway, yeah, there's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in there for the PlayStation. We'll go through it for a bit. I'm gonna have to test it because this is where I think most of my recouping is. at least in the Xbox. I think it's going to be a hard sell to get the PlayStation. There was a bonus game in the PlayStation. I don't think the case for it is in here. But, oh my god! Nah, 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 nah. Is that the, or no, that's Chris that explains it all. Not Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Getting my Nickelodeon shows mixed up. Cables. Mortal Kombat Deception. Oh, this one might be good. I think I've got that, though. Alright, so I'm going to go through that. And, alright. How much should I sell a GBA for? I'm not even sure. I have to make sure it works first. Clean this fucking thing off. Filthy ass, dirty, $15 game bin. Just sitting here on a lazy Sunday, testing these systems in that $15 game tote, cleaning them. This is Guardian Legend, or Guardian's Crusade, that I put in there. It seems to be loading just fine. It was pretty dang clean. I wiped it down a little bit. It had some like smudges and spots. Came with a DualShock Gray and also this sweet blue DualShock with the matching blue memory card, which had a save file for Sabrina the Teenage Witch and also Grand Theft Auto, not Grand Theft Auto, but Gran Turismo, which was not in the bundle. Looks like the opening cutscene for Guardians Crusade is loading up just fine. Looks very, very pretty. Looks like this PlayStation works. I'm not going to sell it Guardians Crusade, that's for sure. I'm keeping that. I think I'm going to keep Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. But we're going to try to sell it with something. Maybe Pac-Man World or the Tony Hawk's games, which I'm not a big fan of. And maybe the Sabrina game, since it's disc only. And I may see if I can dig out that loose disc Tomb Raider, if I still have it sitting around here. Don't expect to get too much for an original PlayStation, even with a couple games and a controller, $20 maybe? I don't know. But I'm going to test out a few other games, make sure they all load up just fine, and then get that listed sometime. This game's pretty sweet, though. I may have to play through it a little bit first. Cool. So I'm finishing up digging through this bin. I've got it mostly emptied. There's some random cords just left. Got the Xbox out, and I'm giving it a clean. And the owner's, or one of the owner's, old expired debit card. That is a first for me. Hey, remember where you put that old debit card? It was in with your old Xbox and PlayStation. Really? Really? No, I'm not going on an eBay shopping spree. Don't ask. Alright, the Xbox is being tested. I found this was one of the game that was in there, and it loaded up just fine. Midway Arcade Treasures. It didn't sound too great, but it loaded up. So I'm going to test the stack of games here, and hopefully I get them all to load up. And with that controller, this is the other controller it came with. Hip Gear. It's Hip Gear wireless, baby. Battery powered. Where's the receiver? Right here. I think that, looks like there's nothing to it. I guess it's going to be able to detect the Hip Gear. I don't know. I kind of don't want to start firing up Midway Arcade Treasures because I'm going to wind up playing like these games for the next hour when I should be testing this so I can get it ready to sell. Oh well. The life of a retro gamer, what can I do? I'm out here kind of outside town a little bit, garage selling on a Saturday morning, second Saturday of this episode of the Game Box. Didn't have a lot of money, $23 I think I started with in the wallet. I've got sales pending on the Xbox, the PlayStation, and now the Game Boy Advance all today. So I'm going to get an infusion of cash, but as of right now, we have none. And I just spent $15 of our $23 at one sale. $1 each. Iron Man, Tom Clancy's Hawks 2, Tony Hawks 2, no, Tom Clancy's Hawks 2, and then goddamn you, Metal Jesus, for ending your latest Wii Hidden Gems video with how fun the Call of Duty games are. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops. Never actually played any of those on the Wii. So $1 each on those. And then we have a nice, oh my god, 3DS. They wanted 10 for this. I'll pop it open here. Boxes. It's not the complete box. Has a charger. Has that little stand that came with Kid Icarus, although he said he didn't have any games. That I know it didn't. This came with the console. Okay, that came with the console. Charger. There's a car charger right there, and this like hard case is in there. They said they didn't have any DS games, but they said they wanted 10 for the consoles and $1 per game. The Wii was in there and looked like it was complete, but I think it was missing some hinged doors or whatnot. So I don't think I'd be able to flip it to GameStop for too much. If I bought it for 10, well, I don't have an extra $10 anyway. So $15 spent. I may be able to flip that 3DS, even though I don't have that cobalt blue small version of 3DS anymore. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to flip it, but we're not going to need. I could try to flip that on Macari and try to get our online funds back. Just spitballing. Anyway, that's the garage sale. That was that right there. Decisions. Because if I sell all three things today, that PlayStation, the Xbox, and the Game Boy Advance, then I'm not going to need cash immediately. So maybe I'll sell that 3DS. Find out. Alright, $8 in my pocket. Do I go for bargains? I'll hunt a few more garage sales. Sale right there. Turn off my churches. Force Unleashed 2 for the Wii. Not complete, unfortunately, but $1. I think I've got the first one, not the second one. So, $1 well spent. Down to $6. Sale back in there, right there. I got $2 left. $5. Xbox One prototype Biohazard bundle. That's interesting. Then I took $1 out of my regular wallet, got myself a Blu-ray. MJ. This is it. Watch that. $2 left. Now listen, I don't know if you can see him, because he's back in the garage. They have got a huge box of, looks like Magic cards. Magic the Gathering. 50 cards, 50 cents. Penny a card. This dude is literally going through each, and like there's hundreds in there. Like going through each and every one meticulously, like that. I'm like, dude, I wanted to say, but it's right by the sellers. I'm like, I bet you if you offer them $5, you can take that whole fucking box and just score and sell the ones you don't need. Go through it on your own time. But hey, that's just me. You want to sit here and spend an hour of your time going through, a couple thousand Magic cards in somebody else's garage, be my guest. About the last $2 spent at a G sale back there. Out of money again. We're running out a lot of money in episodes this season. Silent Hill Origins. It is complete. $2, and I am broke until I make those sales later today. Then we'll get a nice little infusion of cash. All right. New view. Got a little new phone holder at Costco yesterday. Neato. So I'm leaving a local convenience store. I have sold the Xbox. I put the Xbox together with 9 games. A lot of the games that I got in that bundle from last, or I guess it's from this episode. Yeah, this episode. I'm getting lost in time. Losing track of time. Let's see. Halo 2. I think the Halo came from a previous bundle. They weren't all from that bundle from earlier. Halo 2, Call of Duty, something or other. Excuse me. A Ghost Recon game, a Tom Clancy game. Star Wars: The Clone Wars / Tetris. What else was in there? I forgot. 9 games. I kept a few from that bundle. I kept the SpongeBob game, Bikini Bottom. I kept the Midway Arcade Treasures. And Conflict Vietnam. I remember I kept Conflict Vietnam because when I loaded it up to test it, to put it in the bundle to sell, it loaded up with Painted Black by the Rolling Stones, and it had like authentic Vietnam footage in there. So I was like, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to keep this game. Not worth a lot, but there it is. Dang, I'm digging this view. And it's holding my phone well. Awesome. Well, $45 back into our pocket after we spent all of it this morning at the garage sales. So hopefully I get the other 2 things sold in the next day or so. We'll do a pickup recap of this episode of what turned out to be a pretty damn good episode 10 of the old Gamebox. All right, y'all, welcome to the pickup recap here of episode 10 of the $5 Gamebox, episode 10, season 2. Sitting here drinking some otter water from Phillipsburg, Montana. It's an IPA. I don't like IPAs, but this is actually really smooth, really good. Let's drink, let's enjoy ourselves. Trying to do this quickly because we got a lot of stuff, a lot of games, a lot of great stuff to go through. Give you some quick updates. Listen, the box is overflowing. We've had a hell of a summer. There's tons of stuff just like this that just aren't in the box. So here they are. I've got other stuff in a bin. Remember that bin from the $15 find earlier in the episode? There's some games in there. I'm going to have to make room for new titles somewhere. Like something, maybe freaking Sonic and the Black Knight's got to go. I don't know. So we're going to have to create some room. Speaking of that bin, I sold the Xbox and a bunch of titles. Some of them came from that bin. Some of them I had. Halo 2, Turok, Call of Duty, Finest Hour, a couple other ones. 9 titles in total. Sold it for $45. That's going to be my game hunting money at the start of episode 11. I don't know where the wallet is. It's over there. But tomorrow's Saturday. I'm going out garage sailing with the money from that Xbox sale. Also from that bin, I've got the PlayStation in this Target bag. I'm back and forth with the dude who wants to buy it for $20. 5 games, Tony Hawk 2, Pac-Man World, that Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and the Tomb Raider loose disc. He ghosted me one time, but he said his boss didn't pay him and kept him at work longer, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he wants to meet this weekend. We'll see. I've also still got the GBA right there. Does work. Sound doesn't work, but if you put in the headphones, you can hear it. I don't know what's wrong with speakers. I'm trying to sell it with this loose cart copy of Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, because we picked up the complete one earlier this season right there. Beer burp. All right. I'm trying to get $25 for it. Maybe that's a push. I'd take $20 if somebody offered it. Whatever. And I did pull Streets of Rage 2 out of the box to sell on Mercari for, I think I got it listed for $15. Because in our Genesis pickup about a month ago, if you go back on the channel, watch that great Genesis find I got for $150, I got a complete one of those. So, just kind of an update on the what's going on, selling-wise, money-wise, what we got going on. I am keeping this controller from that bin. It's the only piece of hardware I'm going to keep from that $15 bin. This is cool little ice blue controller. All right, let's get to the finds. We'll start off with this awesome Super Nintendo title we found, SOS. Wow. I saw this in that pawn shop. I'm like, somehow I got to get it. So I took a bunch of titles like these, these ones that were just kind of taking up space in the box, you know what I'm saying? A ton of Wii, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2 titles. I don't even know what I took. I can't name all the titles that I took in there. I gave them a nice little stack. But the store credit I received, maybe I even lost money on some. Maybe some of those Wii titles that I paid $3 for at a garage sale, they gave me $2. Well, I can't find that Aragorn's Quest from last episode. I'm pretty sure they didn't give me $5 for it. But anyway, long story short, I've got SOS. It's in the game box. Look up this game. Poseidon's Adventure is a good, like, comparable, like, what type of game. Shipwreck, you got to rescue people, you got a time limit, la-da-da-da-da. PriceCharting.com has a value to $60.37. Cool little find. I've never really heard of it before, so to find it is kind of out in the wild, even that not at a garage sale price, but at a full value pawn shop price. It is in the game box, and immediately becomes our best Super Nintendo find. All right, let's go back to that $15 bin from the garage sale. That was a good find. Granted, we're not keeping a whole lot from that. We're selling the 3 systems. We sold a bunch of the Xbox titles, and we've got a lot of the PS2 titles listed with the actual, or the PS1 titles listed with the PS1 that we're hoping to sell for $20. The Xbox titles we're keeping. I decided to keep Conflict Vietnam. This is the type of title I would put in there because I have no desire to keep it. But a couple things happened. First, I noticed this was like an actual like stock photo from Vietnam. It's not gameplay. It's not like bad dude with a gun trying to look tough. It's, you know, our troops, actual troops from back in the day, jumping out of a copter. So that was interesting to me. And then as I loaded it up, you know, to test it, to sell, in that Xbox bundle, they went to the opening montage, video montage. These guys, this freaking company, Global Star Software, never heard of them. They freaking licensed Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones to be like the mood setter of this title. It's not worth anything. I'll probably never ever play it. I have no idea what resolution you're looking for in Conflict Vietnam. But just like the fact that I was like, wow, they actually got actual photo from Vietnam for their cover, and then went and licensed Rolling Stones. I was like, all right, I'm going to keep you on principle. SpongeBob's a title, of course, Battle for Bikini Bottom, that you want to look for on pretty much any system. GameCube, PS2, Xbox in that order. We've got the GameCube one right there. PS2 title, I'm sure I've got somewhere. $13.12 is the PriceCharting.com value as of July 27th, 9:33 Mountain Daylight Time. So remember, we paid $15 for this bin, $13.12 complete. We almost made up our value. Dark Watch is a title I believe I have already. I'm going to double check. If I do, guess what's going in our 300 sub contest bundle? Dark Watch goes for $9.87. I did load it up and play it, and seemed interesting. I played it for a little bit. I loaded up some dude's save. I was probably like midway to or further, so I think it loaded up at a boss. I got my ass handed to me because I've never played it before. Midway Arcade Treasures, not worth anything, unfortunately, $6.99. But a retro gamer, you should have these. I think from this generation. I know there was a PS3 and Xbox 360 Midway Arcade Treasures. But the 3 ones on Xbox, GameCube, and PS2, I think are like my favorite of those like compilation titles. This one, by far the best one in my opinion, is Smash TV's on here. And let's see, Sinistar's on here. Sinistar. My God. Is Smash TV on here? I thought it was. I knew I loaded up and played it for a bit. Sinistar still scares me to this day. It scared me as a kid, and it still scares me to this day when like the boss gets built by the enemies. Run, coward! I hunger! Like, fuck! By far the best titles, I don't know why I put them up here, the best titles from that $15 bin of system and games were these 2 PS1 titles that we're adding to the collection. Well, maybe. I may add this to the collection. I don't know what we're going to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. This is like the premium edition because it came with 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. which are not in here, unfortunately. The manual's in here, and it is just one disc. This is not a disc holder. It's just like a display thing. But there is the disc. It's in good shape. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories goes for, I'm price charting, $14.99 complete. And by far the best one from that bin was this Guardians Crusade, an EA title? No, Activision. I did kind of zombie together like the best case from that bin, so we've got it looking alright. Need to get that sticky stuff, I need to get some more goo on. But it's complete, it's in really good condition. Price charting has this for $25 currently complete. So we definitely got some really good value. We've made a $45 sale already. I'm pretty sure I'm able to sell that PlayStation for $20. And the GBA, like I said, maybe we're reaching trying to get $25 for it, but I would take $20. Oh, and we're keeping Namco Museum it was in the GBA. So, hey, we gained that. I'm not going to give PriceCharting.com values to everything. Of course, we kind of stopped doing that. Do you really need to know that this Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars that we paid $2 for, I believe, that it's worth like $5 or $6? No. We just need to know that Billy D. Williams is on the back. Tournament of Legends. This looks intriguing. It's a Sega title. It looks like a cross between Soul Calibur and like a Punch-Out. I don't know. The graphics look good on the back. But yeah, we picked that up for, I think, $2 as well. And Halo 4 we picked up for $1. We even got the sticker on there still. But yeah, great. Halo 4. This garage sale was awesome. This garage sale, like, I had my hopes down, but after what we spent $15 total. We got some good titles. I think he told me they're $5 each, and he had just a ton on like a trailer bed, a ton of Xbox 360 titles. The one I knew I wanted was Blades of Time. I've been wanting this for pretty much the beginning, ever since I got a 360 or a PS3 back in that generation. I love this tagline. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. I don't know if it's going to focus. Guns, swords, booty? We'll find out. Are all in good time. Yeah, so Blades in Time. I was like, yeah, I definitely want that. But I don't want to pay $5 for it, So let's see if we can get a little bundle deal going. So this kind of caught my eye. Mayhem. I never heard of it. Seems like it's got, like, the aesthetic, the art aesthetic of Mad World. That black and white. And it is in 3D. Glasses included. The glasses aren't in here, unfortunately. But so I put that aside. And then something told me, like, this is the Dirt game you want. I was like, is in the back of my mind, like, there's something about that Dirt Showdown. If you find it, if you find it for cheap, you should pick it up. So I was like, okay, let me check price charting real quick. And I was right. So, all right. So I went, convert, very discreetly as a 400-pound bald man at a garage sale can do. 3 for $10. I picked these up 3 for $10. Blades of Time goes for $8.66. Mayhem Complete, $11.94, although it's not complete, doesn't have the glasses. So $11.98 for Dirt Showdown. Anyway, we're sitting there talking, me and the guy. Guy was a cool guy, kind of a hippie dude. But a racing dude, I guess a hippie redneck. We had those in Montana. And I was eyeing it. And he's like, yeah, that NASCAR game is really fun. I'm like looking at this NASCAR game. I'm like, man, there's some NASCAR games. Some of them go for a lot. Some of them do. So he walked away to help somebody else, and I, once again, discreetly price charted NASCAR 15 for the Xbox 360. Oh boy. $29.70 according to PriceCharting.com. I think GameStop still gives like $14 cash for it. So I said, hey man, I'm giving you another $5 for this NASCAR game. All right, man, thanks. So $15 spent, 3 racing games, but one kind of valuable. Dirt Showdown's probably fun. Mayhem looks like fun, and Blades of Time is, a game I've been wanting anyway. Put it on top of my little Zelda pendants. There we go. All right, what should we go for next? I'm going to do these. This was a nice little find. This $15 spent at this garage sale. Of course, you know me, man. It's not fucking hell. Hold on, let me pick up all my shit. Move back there. Thank you. As I was saying, you know me. It's not an episode of the $5 Game Box unless I pick up a bunch of crappy Wii games for really cheap. And I did that. Well, this wasn't at that garage sale. This was a separate garage sale. Force Unleashed 2. Got it for $1 right there. So, yay. There's that. This one I spent $15. They said $1 game and then $10 for the systems. There was like a Wii, a regular DS, and the 3DS you're about to see here in a minute. For the Wii, I picked up Iron Man for $1. Thank you, Sega. I picked up Tom Clancy Hawks 2. Beer burp. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Fuck you, Metal Jesus. Fuck you for putting out a Wii Hidden Gems video the night before I went to garage sale on this day. And at the end of your video tagging it, while these aren't hidden gems, so I'm not going to put them in the video, the Call of Duty games for Wii are really good. So, there's Call of Duty Black Ops. There is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Reflex Edition. $1 each, $5 total on these Wii games. Now, they said $10 for the system. I saw this. Just saw it, Like, okay. So, it can't be in there. $10, right? So I open it up. Here's what the inside looks like. So the box necessarily isn't complete, but it's got the charger. It's got a car charger. It's got the stand, little standy thing, and it's got the quick start guide and the huge freaking manual. So I'm like, man, they've got to have just a regular old DS in here. If anything, it's probably empty. Spoiler alert, one empty. It does have this cobalt blue, which of course is the original, one of the first of the two colors. DS, 3DSs. There it is. It looks okay. I mean, it's got some smidgens. There was a couple scratches on the touch screen. I did turn it on. It plays, and they actually reset it. They wanted me to, start choosing a region, inputting date and time, or maybe it's just been powered off for so long that it reset itself. I don't know. The only bad part is there's no stylus. I actually did order one, an official one from Nintendo, to complete it, because right now, GameStop, I don't know if maybe I looked up the wrong color, but GameStop's giving $50 cash for this. I know they're going to want the charger, but I know they're going to want the stylus, and I looked, I don't have a 3DS stylus, like a regular 3DS stylus. So that was like $3, I think, $5 with shipping. So that will be a nice little flip. I don't need to keep the 3DS. And quite honestly, I don't think I can get it, sell it for more on, Macari or locally. Maybe if I'm lucky, $70 to $75. I just can't picture selling it for more. So, I think $50, if GameStop's willing to give me $50 for it, I'll take it. According to PriceCharting.com, it's $70 complete, $50 cash at GameStop, like I said. Is that complete? Because that's not what the box looked like. It's missing inserts and whatever. It's just basically a box with some stuff in it. I think if I can get $50 for that, so I'm hoping Nintendo gets that stylus to me quick so I can get the GameStop before they come to their senses. Fuck that, 20. And that'd be nice. That'd be a nice little chunk of change into our game funding wallet. Other garage sale pickups from that same day, Prototype Biohazard bundle. I didn't ask them to go less on this. I paid $5 for it. I didn't have any problem with that. I'm like, both Prototype games, with all the DLC in Uber, whatever, up-res for the current gen. Then I looked, according to Price Chart, this goes for $22.58. Found out it's a GameStop exclusive. And they only sold it at GameStop and I think they're still giving like $9 cash for the Uber Elite Pro level for this. So if I wanted to sell it, I'd make money. Do I? I don't know. Maybe. For now, we'll hold on to it. And I think it's our first, no, it's not. We're going to count the Switch as our first current gen. This Doom for $1 was amazing. So it's our second current gen title here in the game box. Cool. $2. It was our last $2 at the garage sales last Saturday. Silent Hill Origins. Complete. The disc was a little rough. I don't think there's anything deep. It's just a bunch of tiny little marks. I might try to load it up and see what happens. If not, I'll see if a resurfacing will work. Silent Hill Origins Complete goes for $29.50 according to price charting. So awesome. Okay, are we down to like our good best pickup of the past of this episode? I think we are. I'm looking around. Yeah. So this wasn't a deal by any stretch. This guy has had, this is the third or fourth garage sale of his I've been to over the past few years. Usually one a summer. Sometimes he skips a summer. Local seller, local collector. I'm pretty sure, this is what I've heard. I don't know him well, but I've heard that he buys a lot of stuff off the Nintendo Age sale forums, and then he takes a lot of the premium stuff that he doesn't need, and he does consignment at the local retro game shop. So he puts them on consignment, and he's kind of like, he's not looking to buy for $1. I mean, I'm sure he is, but he's not just strictly like, I want to buy it for $1 or $2 and sell it for 90. He's willing to get a deal like, I'll let this $90 game go for 75 and then sell it for 90. He's willing to do that. So there was a line at his garage sale. Some of the people were like, look what I got. I'm like, that's cool. There was one game that he had out that I was like, yeah, I need that. I want it, and it's Commando. 5 screws, if that makes a difference. Commando, according to price charting, goes for $5.49. I paid $5. I was like, man. And like, I was in the back of the line. I picked up the big bin, the $15 bin first, so I was like, arrived way later. Apparently, a couple people have been waiting outside his door for 2 hours. And he does not allow early birds. That's my favorite part about this guy. Like, he does not allow no early bird nonsense at his garage sale. So anyway, I'm like, man, you guys are skipping Commando? All right. He had a bunch of good games in there, nothing I needed. Because, like I said, he knows what he has, so there wasn't exactly any flip possibilities going on. I didn't need any for my collection. But then he brings out a box of, I've got some more premium stuff right here. If you want to take a look, I got it over here. He has some good stuff in there. Final Fantasy 3. He has Sparkster for Super Famicom, which I kind of want, but I don't know. But then I'm like, I want these too. I really, really want these two. I wanted Mega Man 6 because I've got all the other NES Mega Mans except for Mega Man 6. And I've been wanting Shatterhand for quite some time. So I pulled these two. Like, what are you going to do, man? What do you got? And he had them listed on probably eBay or somewhere. He's like, I currently got this listed for Focus. Hi, thank you. I currently got this listed for this. He's like, how about 60 for both? Awesome. $60, 65 total. Mega Man, according to price charting, goes for $33.53. Shatterhand, $40.59. Not a screaming deal, but a great deal. And adding 2 really great NES titles to my collection, to the $5 Game Box collection, and that just tops off another really good episode of really great finds. 3DS we're going to flip hopefully for buku money. Some great 360 titles. Silent Hill. I don't know what else to say. I have been blessed this summer. #blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just having a good time. I hope you're all enjoying it. Like and subscribe. Subscribe for the 300 sub contest. Tell your friends to sub so that we can get to the 300 subs faster, and I can give y'all some games. Follow Juice Daddy 5 on Instagram. That's the channel's Instagram. I take pictures of what I find, like the good finds, long before I get the videos uploaded. So you can find me there, Juice Daddy 5. Thank you so much for watching. And god damn it, fuck YouTube for making me do all this so my algorithms go up. Leave a thumbs up. And my god, if you want to know when the next episode of the $5 Game Box is uploaded, you gotta ring that bell, baby. Ding, 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 ding. So you know when the fat bald man has uploaded another video. Or don't, whatever. Fuck that. Alright, y'all. I want you all to take care. I'll see you next time here on the Juice Daddy channel on the $5 Game Box.